The biggest problem with To Love Ru is that if you want to collect the series and you expect to get every single character, I would say don't hold your breath. The likelihood is very low at the moment. Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. Today I have another old scale figure review. Well, not exactly that old. She came out 2 years ago in October 2020. Just like the Fat Company Miyamoto Musashi figure I reviewed very recently, that is also an old figure in the sense that she came out over 2 years ago. But better be late than never, I guess. This figure is from this particular series called To Love Ru. I believe it is my first time reviewing a figure from To Love Ru on this channel. But actually, I am a huge fan of this series, which is both a manga and anime. I have a bunch of their figures from Alter, and I used to own the entire set of Max Factory's 1/6 scale To Love Ru Bright series. Yeah, I used to have the whole set. Used to. I sold all of it. As for the reason why I sold all of it, that is a topic for another day. I'm actually planning to discuss about that. For now, we shall focus on this one right here. So what we are looking at is Amakuni's 1/7 scale Momo Belia Deviluke from To Love Ru Darkness. For a 1/7 scale figure, this is a rather small figure. It feels more like a 1/8 scale to me, but I'm not complaining because this figure is plenty affordable during release back then. She was selling for only 12,000 Japanese yen. Yeah, 12,000 only for something which is a Hobby Japan exclusive. However, if you were to look for one of these today, it is a completely different story altogether because anything that is Momo Belia Deviluke, no matter which figure company you're looking for, the value is going to skyrocket up. So this figure right here will cost at least double today. 24,000-26,000 yen, assuming you manage to find one in the aftermarket or in the pre-owned market. Yeah, anything Momo will be expensive, no questions asked, right? To Love Ru is that popular, even in Japan itself, yeah. Before we go into the details of this figure, we take a quick look at her box. For a 12,000 yen figure, I'm not expecting much from the box. So in terms of the quality, yeah, it is not a very solid box, but pretty attractive because this is a non-windowed box. Amakuni actually does this a lot. They do not have any windows on their figure box, even on Abigail Williams, which I reviewed quite a while ago, yeah. So I assume that a lot of their figures, or even every figures they make, don't have a windowed box. Something different at least. As for the figure itself, this is something I would call simplicity done right, because there really isn't much going on with this figure in terms of the sculpture and the detail department because, well, she is wearing almost nothing to begin with. I believe that this figure is based on this particular artwork from an art book under the Harem series or something like that. Figure over here is based on the artwork in that book. So with regards to her face, I think this is something that can be rather polarizing because her face, according to some people, doesn't really look like Momo at all, but to me, she does look like Momo. Definitely not the same as what you see in the anime. This is not what we call the anime version or the anime style when it comes to her face, but it is based on a specific artwork. So it is something rather polarizing. Some people like it a lot. Some people feel that it does not even look like Momo. So this is an acquired taste whether you like her face or not. As for the rest of the figure, from the torso to her hips and her legs, yeah, everything is just fine, both in sculpture and in paintwork. Can't find any single flaw on the entire figure when it comes to painting, which is great news, and that should be the case given how simple this figure is. For a 12,000 yen figure, which is pretty low cost by today's standards, you're getting something simple yet done right, which is why I'm calling this simplicity done right. And lastly, the base. Despite this figure being something extremely simple and lightweight, you are getting a pair of metal foot pegs. Very nice. There won't be any support issues with this figure. In the end, if you were to ask me, is this figure worth buying? For 12,000 yen, absolutely. For the aftermarket price of 24 or 26,000 yen, I would say no, that is ridiculous for something so simple and so small. This feels like a 1/8 scale figure, right? The biggest problem with To Love Ru is that it is highly popular in Japan. Very popular. The manga is the best selling stuff over there. And Momo is very popular, one of the most popular characters. So every single Momo figure in the market, the price just skyrockets after release, regardless of which brand you're looking at. And then there is a problem where To Love Ru has too many characters, while the figure companies that want to make To Love Ru figures, they seem to be partially committed to it, right? So they will make a few characters and then stop a year or two and then resume making it, and God knows how long it will take them to complete making every single character from the series. Amakuni is no different. Max Factory has one last character, which is Yami, Konjiki no Yami or Golden Darkness, still missing from the Bright series set, and there is no prototype in sight. So you see, this is the biggest problem with To Love Ru at the moment. If you want to collect the series and you expect to get every single character, I would say don't hold your breath. The likelihood is very low at the moment, because these companies, they get distracted when there is a hot new anime series or game in the season. They change their attention to something else, and this To Love Ru series, they get suspended or they get abandoned altogether. Yeah, so I guess that is all about the review of this figure of Momo Belia Deviluke by Amakuni. I'm fine with owning only this one and not the other characters because she is my favorite character. What do you think? Please do let me know down in the comments below. And thank you very much for watching. I shall see you guys again very soon. Goodbye.